may not be well versed in a lot of things, but I know game. So game, recognize game. And that's what I'm here to put you on up on is the game. So since this is our love messages, that's what we're gonna be getting into. So spirits, let's talk about it. All right, because you got a lot of good luck coming towards you, and whatever abundance you have coming towards you, it's going to follow. It's gonna follow you. Okay, like an aroma. That's what I'm picking up on. Like an aroma, they can smell money on you. They can smell abundance on you. You are luxurious. Okay, and so it's gonna cause a lot of people to be triggered. People in your family, people in that you may want to work with professionally. It's going to make someone specifically feel very triggered by the fact that their attempts to divert you or to derail you isn't working, and so this person gonna get very arrogant, and as you go up, this person goes down, and they become very aware that the karma ain't balanced, and so they're gonna want you back on the karmic wheel. And in order to get you there, they gotta throw you off your game. You feel me? So first they're gonna start off by thinking about you, reminiscing about you, wondering. This person is good with their words. They could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Don't have to be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But you know that arrogant energy, where it's like you make me like this because I want you, but it's dysfunctional as fuck. That type of energy. And then you feel like your goodness can outcast this person's darkness, and the truth of the matter is it can't. That is the most unproductive spell that was ever casted. Okay, for those of you that don't know, welcome to my channel. TT here, your friendly psychic medium. I do this for the girlies. Okay, so when we're talking about karma and the lesson thereof, if simple math, if you get good karma by being selfish, and another person that accuses you of being selfish gets bad karma, then that just lets you know energetically who's favored and who's not in the situation. What other people think or how other people assume ain't none of your business. Ain't none of your friends' business. Ain't none. Your intuition and your insight serves you well. You know this person through and through. Matter of fact, this may be the very person, the dysfunction that you went through with this person may be the reason why you so in tune with your intuition to begin with. So thank them, because if it wasn't for this motherfucker, you probably would not even know the game. Okay, so the game had to be ran in order for you to master it, and you mastering the game. Been there, done that, got a reward for that. So let's see what's coming towards you, because matter of fact, we got to start with what's influencing your energy. Yes. What is influencing the love energy? I heard retrograde. Now I don't know what the cards gonna come out and say, but that's what I heard off rip. You already know. Like, this person ain't gonna even come in no remorseful ass energy. This person may say like, damn. They still gonna have this arrogant attitude, but they may come to you like, why couldn't we get this shit together? You know, why couldn't we work this shit out? Which is a very opening dialogue, right, to begin with. But like I said, this person could sell you a lemon. They could sell a person a lemon, And you would believe even this how good this person is. You go to the lot, you can see it's a lemon. It looked like a lemon. Hell, the car may even be yellow. It could be banana. You get in the car. They get in the car with you, take it for a test ride, and the shit is putting. The shit is putting, and while it's putting, they telling you it's a new engine put in. Like they already ahead. They may get your central nervous system may get out of whack around this person, because your intuition is telling you bullshit. You see what I'm saying? You may have found yourself waiting for receipts or waiting for this person to show to you what they already showing to you, and you in a car like, yeah, and then it's like revving, and they over there telling you that that's that new GTX model. But the car's a lemon. It's how old. But because of your ignorance and what you don't know about cars or what you don't know about love or this or that, you over here, you trust this person. It's a risk. And that's that energy where you believe that you grew up believing that you're protected. And so even if a person has ill will towards you, they're going to get their karma. And so you don't walk around all pessimistic and superstitious. It always ends either you get saved in the nick of time or it works out in your favor. Now you in a master class, okay? And this master class is for you to test your own intuition. Now, instead of knowing it's bullshit and stepping in the shit, you look at it, you see it's shit, you know it's shit, you walk around the shit. You see how you level up? When you walk around the shit, you no longer need to play in it to know it's shit. You no longer need to touch it to know it's hot. That's the type of energy that keeps finding you. Okay? And so you're struggling with it. What's influencing you is because the universe needs you to know, like, are you being who you are because this is who you really are? Or are you pretending to push this person away because you want to master something that you haven't internally developed yourself into to be the master of? So there's a developmental process. You can walk away from anything, but if you haven't resolved the karma, the debt that you and this person came to learn, if they didn't take you through there, and it didn't transform you, then there's an element of the experience that you are not getting. And so no matter how much you don't want to have to fucking deal with this person, you're going to have to deal with this person. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, what's influencing this is being. You don't want to be cracked wide open. This person meant to crack you like an egg, and you meant to let the sun illuminate and cook you. Essence, energy, self-awareness, life force, spirit, creativity, honor, masculinity, distinction, childishness, ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, shine, heartbeat, father. Okay? There's an aspect of your journey that has something to do with your father. What happened between you and your father? This person may remind you of your father, or they may like to play the daddy role in your life, or there's things about unresolved issues with your father. So it's influencing this person and you to come back around because karma ain't resolved. And you could just come back in next lifetime and you're going to still meet this person because it's like your contract to keep bumping into this person, keep seeing this person no matter how much you don't want to. Okay? Because here's one of the things. Like I said, it takes one to know one. It takes one to know one. Y'all just play it in different ways. You honest and outright about it. The other person is sneaky and conniving. Either way, you both still play the same games. So, retrograde. This person may come back around. Y'all gonna have to come back around each other. Both of y'all may be ambitious. Y'all like to work. Y'all may have traits. You know, when I'm ready to come home. Ready for us to work this shit out. There's that desire that's going to come up. This is not to tell you something is right or wrong. Okay? What this is saying is when you know better, you can move accordingly. This is not about just making better decisions. Move accordingly. What does that mean when you move accordingly? Let's have a little teaching moment. If the stove is hot, does that mean you shouldn't use the stove because it's hot? No. That means you need to put some gloves on or a mitten. You need to use a skillet that will allow you to cook and do what you need to do, and not run or avoid utilizing the hot stove. That's a part in the developmental process that needs to be experienced. Okay? If there's shit, now instead of just stepping in it and, oh my God, you got shit on your hands. No. What that means, you get a plastic bag, pick the shit up, clean the mess up, fix it, handle it. But you don't have to no longer just make a mess of it. You know what I'm saying? Smear that shit all over the walls on some special ed shit. You just got to do what you got to do. So there's a learning curve happening here. And it's uncomfortable. But you and someone else are being encouraged to understand that when you are self-aware and you know how you can get in certain situations, you pick your battles, you choose what you will give attention to, and you if you have to make certain plays, you make certain plays, because now you have invested interest in not no one else but yourself. This is what I want. I have invested interest in what I have cultivated. Because it seems like there's this narrative where it's just stay away, stay away, stay away. We're going to be saying stay away till you cross over into the next dimension or into the afterlife. And they'll be like, well, you said that this person was a problem. Yeah. So now you were supposed, now we educate you so you can apply what you've learned and overcome your situation or overcome the blockage, but not run away from it. This pretty much saying running away from love don't solve the problem. One of the hardest lessons, one of the hardest subjects to participate in, but it's the most necessary. That's where your evolution resides. Okay. So what's coming towards you is nobody's good enough. I see you realizing that you're disappointed in all new love prospects. When you do meet someone, it could never really get beyond flirting, dating, playing on the phone. And even when you try to make it work, you don't want it you don't want that person. Because the truth is, there is someone in particular that you want. But pride is the devil. Think it got a hold on me. Paranoid. Put you over everything to really fill a void. So I do feel like you are willing to heal something and start something anew, but you're concerned that it will be a waste of your time with Two of Pentacles in reverse, because you can't guarantee that your performance will be anything shy of perfection. And you feel as if the person that you want to be, or the person you envision yourself to become, can't get there because this person makes it difficult for you to perform, or they don't like your performance. The Two of Pentacles is talking about daily performance. So that's work life and home life balance and it not being equal. Also with Temperance, this is 2 cups. Two of Pentacles, this is 2 pentacles. So there is, I think one of your biggest issues is when there's a relationship issue, love and affection is leveraged as, I'm not going to give you the emotional side of me because I'm mad. Now, the Page of Cups, it seems like it triggers, like when it's good, it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. And I feel like the truth of the matter is in certain areas where, let's talk about if you're the person doing the disappointment. If you're the person doing the disappointment or being unable to give a person what they need in love, it's because it has something to do with an inner child issue where you expected your parents to show up and give love even if they couldn't. This is duty and obligation. So when it comes to your relationships, if you're being honest with yourself, you expect your partner to continue showing up in the relationship and giving you a certain level of consistency, whether you give it to them or not. But in that stance, that's really unfair to your partner because you're projecting onto them a level of expectation that is mirrored either off of how you saw your parents do things or what you didn't like about your parents. Either way, you're loving them and you're showing up the way you want it to be loved, therefore preventing you from showing up the way they need you to love them. Now let's talk about if this is someone that tends to disappoint. Maybe they're not a good dater. Maybe they suck at planning stuff. Again, they're loving you the way they know how to be loved, with the way they don't mind being loved. And to them, they feel like you have a bar that they can't live up to, a bar of romantic expectation that they can't live up to. And so when they don't meet those expectations, they expect you to then go within, restrict them from connecting with your soft side and your inner child. And they feel like they are unable to ever satisfy you. And the cycle repeats itself. Two of Pentacles. Now, typically you would come to them or they would come to y'all, and y'all carry the weight of the world by being each other's safe space. That's what the Page of Cups is about. Your safe space. I tell you everything, you tell me everything type of energy. This is also waiting for the shoe to fall off on the other foot with the Seven of Swords. You guys both tend to suspect that the other person is fantasizing or thinking or daydreaming or imagining something more than what you have. And that then creates distrust, disharmony, and it secretly festers. And so y'all low-key manifest a breakup. Y'all manifest dysfunction. Y'all manifest like this ain't gonna work. And then as a way to prevent yourselves from getting hurt, it's like I hurt you first so you don't hurt me. Or I neglect you first so it doesn't hurt me if you betray me. There's something about you guys doing the same thing just in different ways, expecting different results. It's insane. Because it contradicts everything that you both say you want. Y'all didn't take your ass to therapy, man. That's what y'all need to do. Because the more you watch love readings and stuff like that, you're going to imagine the grass always being greener somewhere else rather than underneath you. The both of y'all. I do feel like whoever this energy is, they aren't difficult to please. Y'all do need a lot of space, but it's hard to give each other space when you don't trust each other. So trying to overcompensate for that is by telling each other everything, or just so you know, I'm going to the store, I'm coming right back, da, da, da. All that shit is as a way to avoid the shit. And then when it happens, or there's a disagreement, or someone becomes insecure about it, or they start thinking the worst, y'all be policing each other's dreams and shit. You probably dreaming about another bitch, ain't you? Yeah, I know you are, motherfucker. I do feel like this person, to be honest, they do want someone that is generous, kind, soft on them, say nice things to them. That's the phase of their life that they're in. And you know, we all go through different phases and stages of life, but this person is in their phase of their life where they do want someone that is going to be that way towards them. I do feel like they're coming out of that phase. What phase are they going into? They're going into that phase where they may have dealt with someone that they felt seen by, that gave them that generosity, that nurtured them, smother them, mother them. And they kind of feel like, I'm not really, I like it, but I don't like it. It feels like they were with you and it was the extreme of demasculation. And then they got with someone else that was super gentle or super nice, super bartering, boost their ego up, and they feel like that was the extreme of fakeness, and they don't like that either. So they got to kind of experience the best. They got to kind of experience you and another person, and they feel like that person doesn't challenge them. And when they think about you, they feel like they've disappointed, but they got this love for you, but they feel like they can't take a day off. Like maybe your love, they feel like your love language is acts of service, routine, expectation. And they feel like if they take one day off where they're just like kicking their feet up and ain't working, ain't doing some shit, that you be like, oh, see, you over here getting comfortable. And so when they compare dealing with your shit or dealing with the next person's shit, they kind of say to themselves, it ain't gonna work. And then they default to this arrogant energy as a way to protect their emotions or their inner child. What's up with this inner child? Well, one thing's for certain, their inner child wants to run to you. I want to run to you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But if I come to you. Ooh, ooh. So I see this person, see this person expressing affection and not waiting. They like, I love you. They're being very romantic with you, talking with you more. Feels like they were scared at first, but they're not scared anymore. They don't need to drink the whole bottle of liquor to tell you this. It's kind of, they feel like something may require you guys to communicate, and because you both mutually want to see someone else or something else happy, you guys know how to put aside your differences for a common goal. And I think this person ultimately wants to be able to do that. 7 of Wands in reverse. Y'all have a way with each other when y'all are around each other and time has passed. It's water under the bridge, But when the water is under the bridge, it also rescinds. It goes back to its original space. I do see this person wanting to like stay out of the past. Y'all not relive the past or talk about it. Just start kind of fresh. This could be an apology with the Page of Cups. It's like, you know, when two people are standing there and instead of saying I apologize, they just start talking about how happy they are looking at the art or the painting, right? When you do something, when you have history together, you're at let's say you're at an art exhibit or you're watching something play out and you guys just so happen to be standing at the same place at the same time. And so instead of talking, you kind of just, it's a beautiful painting. I know, it makes me feel like this. And then you say, it makes you feel like this. And then next thing you know, you guys are in the back seat of the Hummer. Okay, I do feel like the Four of Wands in reverse, there's this energy where, I don't know, this may be like, okay, you're not, like, we already know you can't come to my house, I can't come to your house. There's something about, like an off-site location or something like that. This person's going to want to, they're going to be contemplating on, like, how y'all can see each other again. I do see this person. It's so crazy because their facial expression that they have on their face looks angry or look disposition or indifferent. They give off this arrogant aura. But the truth of the matter is, they're their most happiest when they're around you. It's so crazy. This person is going to say something that eludes or lets you know that they, I don't know, they drive past your job or they watch you work. Like, I be around or I watch. They're not saying it necessarily. But they want you to know that I know everything. I know what you did last summer. Or this is type of energy, Seven of Cups. Like, I know what you're doing. This is like that type of energy. I know what you're doing. If this may happen like at a party. This person may also let you know that if they're dealing with a third party, when that person's not around, that they occasionally check in on you. Okay? They may also tell you that's why they haven't made plans, but they miss you. You're going to be able to feel the emotion of missing, but there's something preventing them from saying that they miss you because they're involved with a third party energy. They're involved with someone else. But you put their entire aura at ease. One thing's for certain, this person is going to want to make peace with you. If y'all both have a tendency to abuse your power and the pull that y'all have on each other, I do feel like this person is going to like tell you that in some type of way. Like I said, I'm describing a language where it's almost borderline telepathic. Even while standing in the same room, you guys will hear each other's thoughts in full conversation. This person feels like you abuse your power and the effect that you have on them. You may want this person to give you reassurance or something like that, but at the end of the day, one of y'all is a beast and one of y'all is a beauty. So do with that what you will. A cat is not asking a dog to be a cat, and a dog is not asking a cat to be a dog. But nonetheless, opposites do attract. When you know better, you could do better. And it seems like this connection is something about you both didn't know any better. So there's some maturing that had to happen. You had to have to date other people, experience other things, and grow up. Unsent text message. Okay, so there's something about someone's been thinking about you. When they have like a break on their break time, they think about what they want to say. A message was typed with intention, then decided out of fear. The silence says more than the words would have. So the fact that this person couldn't respond or wouldn't respond speaks volumes. We have loving yourself. This person feels like they are loving themselves by not allowing themselves to, love lessons. I told y'all, this is what I was feeling. You live and you learn. Don't let a history of failed relationships get you down. Gather your lessons and ditch the baggage. Whatever the baggage may be, it may not even be a whole person. The baggage can be literally disappointment in each other. We have undefined in reverse. So it's like the energy between you guys saying y'all both know what it is, what it's always gonna be between the two of y'all. Chasing clout. This person's trying to stay out your way, but I do feel like this person wants you. They desire you. They desire you sexually. They desire you physically. And they miss being in the same space with you. Y'all living together, being together. Y'all are home base to each other. Making bank in reverse. One thing I'm going to tell you for sure, this person feels like you are focused on your money, and so are they. What's a plot twist about? This person's behavior is intentional. Yeah, if this person's in a relationship with someone, the behavior that they're having right now is very fucking intentional. They plan on breaking free because they want to be with you. And they plan on getting out of this relationship some way, one way or another. They're not happy in that connection. And they're not fighting for it anymore. And I feel like this person is doing it this way so they're able to walk away with the least consequences. If they're single and they made promises, they're letting that person get comfortable, get settled in, and they plan on leaving them right where they met them or right where they sit. This is definitely someone that has determined that I don't want to be in this connection anymore. But I feel like this person has been speaking your language in some type of shape, form, or fashion behind the scenes. Whatever your language may be, they feel like they speaking it. Now, to other people, it's like this third party energy may say, oh, you're abusing, you played me, or X, Y, and Z. Whoever this third party energy is, they knew what time it was. They was playing their own game. And so they still playing this mind game to try to guilt trip this person, but it ain't working. But this person is allowing this third party energy to believe that their guilt trips are working on them until they're ready to discard them. They're not quite ready to discard them yet. Okay. So it's like they want this third party to get it through their thick skull to love themselves and leave them the fuck alone. What is the advice for those in this love dynamic? Trust, observe. Okay, so you have to use your senses. Okay? What you observe and what you see, you ain't slow. You know exactly what's going on. Your intuition is quietly guiding you, but sometimes you need to pay more attention to the small changes around you. Reflect on recent moments of confusion. By observing the little details, you'll sharpen your intuition over time. I told you this entire message is about sharpening your intuition and going through the love lessons that teach you the game of love, the game of life, okay, and what it all means, what it's all meant to teach you. All right, that's all. I'm done rambling. You know. Drop me a chalice in the chat if you with it, and if not, you ain't gotta say shit. Love y'all. Bye.